Ladies and gentlemen, here we are again. Episode 2, the MBC show. We got Miller, we got Blackman, and we got Cleo. How's everybody going? How's everybody doing today?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
I'm your
Doing
host
great.
and moderator.
Doing great.
Your host and moderator, David McDonald. We're going to jump right into it. There's a lot going on. Since the last time that we talked, Kamala Harris has received the endorsement from former President Barack Obama. I mean, that was part of our discussion last time, so that has come to pass. In reference to voting, just in general, I mean, historically, I mean, what's your guess on the voter turnout for the as far as federal elections go? What do y'all think the voter turnout is?
Well, I worked the poll, so I know it's pretty big.
Okay.
Now, by numbers, it's always the biggest one of the any election.
That's true. That's true. People tend to fall by the wayside for the local elections.
Right.
For the federal
elections that really mean something.
Yep. You're not gonna throw a number at me?
Oh, I don't have a number, but it's
that's
a good
fine. I think, to my knowledge, the highest turnout in the last 40 years, I think, was the first election for Barack Obama. It was around 64% voter turnout, somewhere between 64 and 65%. Now, you would think something of that magnitude, the 2008 election was, I mean, that was a historic election. And yet, that was the best turnout, in the last 40 or 50 years. So what do you think, what factors into someone deciding whether they want to vote or not? What do y'all think?
Mindset.
Yeah.
Most people don't believe that it does anything for them, which is don't even make sense. But a lot of people, my vote don't mean nothing.
True. And a lot of people go by the political parties as to what the right side can do for them, what the left side can do for them. So that'll play a big turn in it.
You got anything on that, Miller?
No.
All right. That's fair. All right.
Hold on. Let's do one more right quick. You see
your boy, go ahead.
See your boy now started his stuff again, Mr. Miller. Now that Kamala is not black, she just turned black, even though she is mixed race, but she just turned black. He actually said that in front of a crowd of black people, an audience of black people. She just turned black. This is the guy you want to be your president.
Want to be who president?
Your president.
How the hell you gonna try to say he wants to be my president?
Do you want Kamala to be your president?
No, I want the right person that's in there.
It's only them two running. So it's either
man.
her or Trump. You already know Kennedy ain't going nowhere.
Why don't you run for president?
We're not going there. Go ahead, Mr. Moderator.
See?
Yeah, and now to Cleo's point, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, judging from how things are looking, that Kamala is definitely going to get the nomination. He's getting right on it to try to do whatever he can to discredit, and he's gonna have his hands full at the debate. I know there's a lot of anticipation.
He's not gonna have it. Well, they might sucker him into it, but he don't want it.
Oh no! I believe that. I believe that.
Hopefully he changes his mind and join the debate. I want to see what everything he got to say. I feel like Kamala would be a great asset as a president, especially the first female president. I would like to see what the turnout would be,
I know a lot of times what ends up happening is, someone may say, hey, well, this person hasn't served in this capacity before. Well, I mean, the same thing happened with Obama. The important thing is that you surround yourself with the right people.
That's it.
So I would hope that in a debate, they actually stick to the issues and, bring something new to the table. Of course, it really comes down to who can build a coalition, who can get things done. Just because one party puts a certain person in office, that doesn't mean anything's going to get accomplished. You know, you may have Congress on one side and the president on the other side, and nothing happens. I mean, history tells us that that's happened several times. So that's the one situation I hope that we can avoid.
Well, that's gonna always happen in today's world because you can't get the two together.
True.
They're gonna vote down lines 99 and 9/10% of the time. It's not like back in the day when Republicans voted with Democrats, Democrat voted with Republicans. Now it's all about Democrat and Republican. I don't want to see you succeed. Yeah. I don't want to see you succeed. You don't want to see me succeed. So we're gonna have to stay split.
Yeah, it's like the modern trend. It's either the 96 election or the 2000 election. Ever since then, if you look at red and blue in terms of the popular vote, it's been almost even, like 51-49, 52-48. They've always been within 5 points or less of each other. So I mean, when you look at the popular vote in terms of the everyday person, you know, people at the barbershop or the hardware store or whatever, I mean, you know, they're equally divided. And Congress is not much better. You know, but it's all about who's back who can scratch who's back. You know, and coalitions and you know, filibustering and special interest group. It's not good. And you would think these people wouldn't have a job. They can't balance the budget, but yet we keep putting them in office. So it's
well, you got to put them in office. I mean,
but it's
you got to put somebody there. They need a certain amount of people.
But they keep putting
somebody there.
They keep putting the same people in office because
the good people don't run no more.
They're choosing not to pass a balanced budget, though.
No, they're choosing not to run because it's a show. It's not a job anymore. It's not for doing things for people now. It's all about themselves.
I'm glad you said that.
They can get out of it.
So no, I mean, you good?
No good qualified people run for those jobs anymore. It's always the people that's not qualified for the job. That's who they throw up there now because that's all they can get up there. Nobody want to be scrutinized because everybody got skeletons in the closet.
Yeah.
So, and if it ain't a skeleton in your closet, they're gonna put one in there.
Right.
So people don't want to do that no more. The good people, the bad people don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, do you actually think that Trump is the only person? Because Kamala, she has her credentials. She's qualified for the job. Nope, you can't find another person no more qualified than her. And you say, I guess Mr. Miller said, well, Trump was already president, so he qualified. But that he wasn't qualified then, and he ain't qualified now.
What makes her qualified?
Say what?
What makes her qualified?
Her education, a lawyer, vice president, senator. You want to go on and on and on? She's qualified.
I beg to differ.
I'm sure you do.
So by her being a lawyer, a senator.
Not just a lawyer, she was attorney general for a whole state.
Okay. I have difficulties on that, how she did the black race, you know.
Her daddy is black. That's how she got in the black race. And once you're black, you're black.
She did to the black race. I ain't say she got into it. I said what she did to the black race.
What she what?
What she did to the black race.
What
by locking all those black people
up.
That
was her job. They shouldn't have been criminals.
Okay. All right.
That's her job. Her job was prosecutor. I mean, what was she supposed to do? Okay, you black, you get a pass. Go on out there and sell some more dope. Go on out there and kill somebody else. Go on out there and do what you do. You got a black guy here. I'm going to give you a pass.
All right.
Exactly.
Move on. And you saying Trump was not qualified?
What's his qualification? And please don't say because he was president.
No, I ain't got to say because he was president. What did his dad and them do before he became a successful businessman?
Real estate.
Okay, keep going.
What else? That's all I know. Real estate.
Because you ain't do no research on the man.
Not on them. I don't want to do nothing on them. They don't. I don't
But you did-
concern
but
myself
you
with
did-
them. What did he do?
You did research on Kamala though, didn't you?
What you do?
Did you do research
What
on
did they
Kamala?
do?
So you can't be one-sided there, Bailey.
Because it ain't got nothing to do with one sided because his family ain't running. He's running.
All right.
What his
Next
family
question.
got to do with him running?
Next question.
All right.
Next question.
So I'm sure you guys have been keeping up with the Olympics. We can hit a high point and a low point in the next few minutes. Simone Biles, masterful job. She was able to push through personal. She had a lower leg injury. She was able to secure another gold medal. Phenomenal.
Most famous woman in America right now.
What's that?
The most famous woman in America right now.
Yeah. Can't argue with that. Now, the hot topic has been, however, what should I say? Hotter topic has been. Did you guys catch the results of the boxing match between the
46 seconds.
the woman from Algeria and the woman from Italy?
Yeah, the 46 seconds.
I missed out.
I mean, she got destroyed. I mean, for her to throw in the towel on probably the world's biggest stage, saying that she'd never been hit that hard before ever.
No, she told you she was hit by a man that hard, but she just didn't say it out loud.
I mean, that's basically what she said. So I mean, how do y'all feel about what happened? Because keep in mind, the boxing group that sanctioned the athletes is actually not a legitimate boxing group. It's called the PBU, the Paris Boxing. I think it's called the Paris Boxing Institute. PBU. I forget what the U stands for, but it's like a sub. It's almost like a group that the IOC organized just for the Olympics, and it's like you have the IBA. This person was just disqualified because they couldn't pass a gender test by the IBA, which is the International Boxing Association. So then you got the IBA and the IOC, the International Olympic Committee. You got them bumping heads. They're like, no, they don't pass the gender test, but yet they stood up another boxing entity to sanction it. I mean, that's not fair.
I'm glad of it.
Glad about what?
They want a man to be a woman and everything else that goes with it. If I got to stand there and call a man a her, she, or whatever, you want everything for a woman until she starts being a woman. If I stand there and call him, they will fight all day long for this guy, or girl, whatever you want to call it. They will fight all day for it until something comes that they can't handle. If you call it a woman, if I'm made to call it a woman, then it's a woman. It should have all the privileges of a woman.
I mean, what does that do to fair competition now?
It ain't got nothing to do with it. That's what you asked for. You said this is a woman. So if it is a woman, how can I say, okay, Miss Woman, you can't qualify for this, but you can be a woman over here, but you can't be a woman over here. You can't have it both ways.
No, I mean, I agree with that, but I know for me, I can tell you what, I mean, I don't know of a Clarissa Shields type of person that's competing at the Olympics, but I'm definitely rooting against, this individual from Algeria. I mean,
well, you can root against him all day long.
It doesn't seem fair.
It seems like he's gonna win. He's just going through him. And this is not the first time he done went through him.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm saying in the legitimate boxing world, they're disqualified.
In the legitimate boxing world, they don't have to put up with the political hoo-ha. They can say, okay, you're a woman, you're a man, you got to fight a man. Over there, they can't do it. They got to go along with the political makeup. This is a woman. You told me this was a woman, so how can I say she can't fight her? All four. I hope he beat every one of them until they stop it.
Yeah, something's gonna have to give. All right, moving
Where
along.
y'all at? Miller, AJ.
I'm listening.
Exactly what you said, 100%. You know, if you call yourself a woman, and you know you was born in Maine, but you call yourself a woman, hey, so be it. Now you got to do what a woman's supposed to do. It's just like some of the women in the WNBA. They wants to be a man, you know, so be it. Different countries have different rules.
I didn't catch the boxing and none at all, but I agree with everything you're saying, man. You want to be a woman, you qualify as a woman, you qualify everything a woman does. You want to be a man, you qualify as a man, you qualify everything a man does. Until somebody come to their senses, it is what it is.
Thank you.
It is what it is.
I guess all I was saying is, I mean, medically speaking, they had the dominant chromosome was male chromosome, but okay, that's cool.
Yeah, but she's still a man, a woman in the eyes of political speaking nowadays.
In the eyes of the PBU, yes.
Yeah.
All right.
So they got what they got.
Now, I know that a couple of us discussed this before. This is, kind of a very edgy topic as well. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on abortion?
It's the same thing. Until they make abortion down the middle for men and women to have their own rights. If it's her body, her rights, man should have his rights too. Until they have man rights, I will vote against abortion every time. I will vote against abortion every time. Take every bit of it, throw it out the window. Until I have the right to say, I don't want this child, and if you want this child, I don't have to pay for it, and they say, okay, fine, then I'll becoming an abortion believer.
But you should lay down with the baby.
As long as they can have it one way, I will never believe in abortions.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of abortion. I'm not a fan of abortion, but I do believe if a woman, God forbid, just so happen to get raped and pregnant by someone, then I do believe she has the right to accept an abortion if she wants to. But if you lay down with a woman and y'all just plan on having fun for this night and she ends up pregnant, I don't believe an abortion should be able. Because you chose to lay down with her, she chose to lay down with you, you chose to lay down with her. Boom, it is what it is. That child should.
Right.
But, go ahead, AJ. I didn't mean to cut you off.
You good. I mean, the child shouldn't be the cause of, like I said.
But if she want to have an abortion and I want to keep the baby, she can have the abortion and I ain't got no say. But if I want to have the baby and she don't want to have it, she can have an abortion, but I got to pay for it. That is wrong all day, every day. If she got her rights, I should have my rights. And until that day come that I got my rights and say, okay, you pregnant, I want the baby. No, but I don't want the baby, so she's going to kill it. But if I say, okay, I don't want the abortion, I'll take the baby. No, I'm going to kill it. Should never be.
So
it's two answers to that question. It's two answers to that question.
Ain't but one answer. Make it that bad. If she can have an abortion when she says she can have one, I should be able to say, if I want one and you don't want to have an abortion, I ain't got to take care of that child.
So that's understandable, but right now we have to go with the way it is now. We just have to roll with it until it changes. You know what I'm saying? Until it changes. But whether we
shouldn't change it
or not, whether we believe it or not, is more so the woman's decision than it is ours.
Why? once that baby is in that woman, it's not her body anymore. She shares that body with that baby. Okay, so the baby ain't got no say in the matter. Hey, mom, don't kill me. I want to live.
The
She
baby,
can't speak it, but I guarantee you she can feel it. I mean, and you know, not in real life, but she's a living, breathing thing too.
Now, you know, the interesting thing in what you're saying, Cleo, you know, that's just like, you know, when abortion was legal, you know, there was always a cutoff. It's like, okay, at a certain developmental stage, you know, this embryo qualifies as a human life versus, you know, versus it not qualifying. So in it kind of like, I think what Cleo is saying is like, if the woman wants to keep it and the man doesn't, the man should be able to sign like an affidavit or something saying, hey, you know, I forfeit all legal rights to this because I don't want it. Is that what you're saying, Cleo?
Exactly.
Oof. I've never heard of that, but I can kind of see your point on that. You get ready to say something, James?
If she don't want it, that's what she's gonna do. She's gonna kill it. But if I want it, and if I stand there and tell her, hey, you don't, if you had a baby, you can give it to me. No, I'm gonna have it aborted. I don't want it in the world. She can do that. There's nothing I can say. And that is wrong.
Oh, man. No, she can't.
Why she can't? It's her body.
It's her body, yeah. But she's not going to kill that baby.
Miller, you be doing drugs, I think. That's not happened so many times in the real world.
Doing no drugs, man.
That's not happened so many times in the real world where the man wanted the child and the woman didn't want the child. Is ridiculous. I don't know if you've ever not known somebody, but I have. Yeah. And I have known why the woman wanted it and the man didn't want it. And I've known why the woman wanted it and the man didn't want it and the man that made her do it. I know. Don't tell me that don't happen.
You don't want to do something that she don't want to do.
Yes, Miller. You can't be made to do things you don't want to do.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can, Miller.
What did he put a gun to her head?
You don't need a gun all the time, son.
Oh man.
You think nobody has ever been made to do something they don't want to do? Thank you.
Yeah, I have.
Of course you have.
Have you done something that you didn't want to do?
I'm a totally different guy from most of the
guys ever answer the question, man. Just answer the question. Ain't no such thing. You're a totally different guy.
I'm a totally different guy. I can't have a baby.
Ain't nobody say you can have a baby on that.
So it's nothing else really that you can tell me that I don't want to do that I done done. Now I was in the military, so you know I done did a whole lot of things I didn't want to do. So yes, I have. And you have too. On a regular job, 9 times out of 10, I can't think of a thing that I'd have done that I didn't want to do because I would always say no. But yeah, I done did a whole lot of things I didn't want to do when I was in the military. You have too.
It's a complicated issue. I mean, I know historically speaking, like on the surface, I'm like, hey, if it's a scenario of someone was molested and incest happens or rape or the mother's life is being threatened, you know, then it's like, you know, yeah, you know, the woman should be able to, but even as I say that, I personally know 2 or 3 people who were victims of rape, but they chose to keep the baby, and they were the biggest blessings in their life. So it's like it's such a complicated issue. You know what I'm saying? I guess ultimately, if I had to say yay or nay, do I believe in abortion? I would say no, but there's always exceptions on either side.
Well, there's no exception for me until the rules change. Then once the rules, if Virginia put it on here this day, I'm voting the opposite way, simply because of the rules. Has nothing to do with my religion, has nothing to do with nothing else, simply because of the rules. And it's not fair to man that you can get your say and I can't get mine. Or I have to take care of a child that I don't want. It's not
chose
fair.
to lay down with her.
Now, it's not about choosing to lay down, AJ. Do you know how many women have
All actions have consequences, bro.
All actions do have consequences, but some consequences are made. Have you never known a woman, a guy, a friend, and you're a young guy, I have, that didn't want kids, women that stuck holes in condoms, women that told them that stay on birth control, that's not on birth control, just to have a baby so they could take care of them? It happens every day. Happen to football players, athletes, and millionaires every day.
What's it? Because they got the money.
That's why you gotta be careful.
It's not about money. People I know were poor people that had babies that didn't want babies. Why the wife said that they was on birth control and wasn't. On the stuck holes in condoms.
Well, she's a damn
wrong.
Always have your own condom.
But look, she's a damn fool and you're a damn fool letting her have the condom so she could poke holes in
You
it.
talk all that stuff, but if you done dealt with women,
I have dealt with that.
well, then you know a lot of times women buy more than the man. They'll have them down when you go to them. And
What you mean when you go to them? No.
When you ready to have sex, Miller, they got them. If you ain't got, you got a condom? No, I ain't got now. Here you go. You go to the house. You ain't got, no, here you go. You gotta use this. No, you don't. No.
In your wallet.
What about checking the condom, man? We know all of this. What about checking the condom?
Brother,
9 times out of 10, a man have his own condom.
AJ.
Thank you, AJ.
You already know once you get in that mood, you're not gonna be checking no condom.
That's a fact. It crossed my mind. That's a fact.
Yeah.
But like you said, AJ, 9 times out of 10, a man gonna have that condom.
Oh,
but yeah, 9 times out of 10. I'm not.
Because how many times had a man had a condom in his wallet?
I've never had one in my wallet. Never carried a condom with me. Never.
I started carrying one when I was 15.
Never.
My auntie, I pulled my wallet out to give my auntie some money one time. She seen the imprint in my wallet. That's what I'm doing with it. I told her it came with the wallet.
There you go.
But abortion it's a sensitive subject, like David said, man. If I had to address it, I'm not a fan of abortion, but it has its loopholes. Like I said, if a woman is raped,
I don't believe in it neither. You know,
if a woman is raped, and then I feel like she should choose to want an abortion. That's the only loophole for me, anyways. Yeah, I'm pretty sure other people are beg to differ, but that's the only one for me because I'm against abortion.
Yeah, because all you're doing is murdering your own child. That's all you're doing.
That's it. Unless a woman is held against her will, then it should come up to ask her, well, ma'am, do you want this? Do you want to keep the child or do you want an abortion? That's the only way I'll kind of agree with it.
Why does she gonna be asked if she wants to keep it? Why I can't be asked if I want to keep it?
Because she was raped. I'm pretty sure if she was raped, you wouldn't want to be around her if she asked that question.
I don't think most people see rape as a bad thing to a woman when it's their woman. Some people might not can handle it, but I don't think the average man is going to toss his woman away if she got raped, unless he can't deal with her because she can't deal with it. But I think the average man can, if somebody break in your house, rape your wife, I think you could deal with it.
No, rape is a torture, man.
It's a torture for the woman. I'm talking about you dealing with it.
Mentally,
you wouldn't throw your wife out your house because somebody broke in your house and raped your woman.
Mr. Cleo, mentally for a man, that it is bad. It is bad. Depending on how much you love your wife and how you see your wife, if you realize your wife has been raped, and you go to have sex with your wife and all the thing that plays, because believe it or not, whenever y'all go to have sex after she's been raped, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a horrific time for her because it's gonna be
her, but not you. We talking about you now.
Listen to me. It's gonna be a horrific time because if you whenever y'all get ready to have sex, she's gonna have flashbacks of her getting raped. That's anything mental. You ex-military, right?
That's what I said, AJ. It's
You
gonna happen
ex-military.
to her though, not you. You're gonna try to calm her down and relax
Listen
her.
to me.
You're not gonna hate her because she got raped though.
And that's understandable. It's a possibility. You're not gonna hate her. Hate is thrown out the window. You get what I'm saying? Hate is thrown out the window. But the fact that your wife's been raped, like I said, you go to have sex with her the first couple of times, it's gonna get to her, and she's gonna, baby, stop, baby, stop. Eventually, you're gonna get tired of hearing that. You're gonna get tired, and that's when it's gonna have a mental breakdown on you. It's gonna take a toll on you, and you might not throw your wife out the house and get rid of your wife, but eventually you may start cheating. You may start cheating. You may call your wife out like, hey, look, it's been a long time ago. It's time to stop it, which is gonna bring up a whole nother altercation.
Or you could show her enough love and sympathy to give her enough time to get over it.
I understand what both of y'all are saying. It's like Cleo, you went off the rails at first, and then when you make the statement about you wouldn't put your wife out just because she got taken advantage of. That's when you pulled me back in. And then the same thing with AJ. You know, it was like he was on. I was good when he said, hey, I'm gonna be thinking about someone else violated her, and but then when it went off the track to you saying about going outside the marriage, it's like if one person is broken, they're both broken. I mean, they need to go to counseling.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I mean, I see what both of you are saying. I mean, yeah, because if it affects one, it eventually is going to affect both. So, the physical trauma. What's that?
Even I couldn't throw a woman out that got raped. Not somebody breaking your house. I mean, she didn't have nothing to do with that. Right. So how you gonna hate her for it?
I got you.
I'm not hating her. I'm not hating her. I'm not hating her at all. But like I said, what you're forgetting is the mental effect of all of it. Not the hating part. Ain't no hate. It's something that happened. You can't hate somebody for something that's happened. That's in the past. It's the mental you got to deal with. It's gonna take a toll.
Deal with those on that in that instance. Not for me. The woman have to deal with it, and I got to help her deal with it. But I don't have to deal with it.
You gonna think that's not? Listen to yourself. Listen to yourself, Cleo. You don't have to deal with it. You said the woman have to deal with it, but you gotta help her deal with it.
Right. I gotta help her deal with it.
So if you're not gonna help her deal with it, what is gonna be your answer to?
I'm gonna help her deal with it.
But that's the same with you dealing with it.
Huh?
It's just not dealing with it as much as she'll be dealing with it. Helping her is the same as you dealing with it. You're just not gonna be dealing with her as much as she's gonna be dealing with it. Of course, you can go to counseling with her. Of course, you can sit down and have talks with her, just you and her. But at some point in time, it's gonna have a mental estate on you. I'm telling you. But whether you want to believe it or not, it's gonna have a mental estate. You can't. If somebody breaks in your house and take advantage of your wife, there's nothing you can do about it. Of course, you can't tell me as a man you won't be mad and want to burn everything down.
I'm gonna be mad as hell, but it's not gonna be mad at her.
No, we're not gonna be mad at her. Tell me this. If a person gets their leg cut off, they only got one leg, right? It's gonna take time for them to adjust and to learn how to walk again, right? Right? It's the same thing. It's just in a different category, a different aspect. It's gonna take a while for her to get everything back. What is her mentality?
It's gonna take her, and that's why you come in understanding. It's not your fault. I understand it. I can wait until you get right. Now, if we're talking about waiting all till 20 years down the road, of course you're gonna give up on that. But I'm talking about somebody with a normal, and nothing is normal, but that's gonna come back.